I'm here with Cheryl Boglioli, and we are making mixed media magic. Hey, Cheryl.
Hey.
So you brought this beautiful canvas, and you said it's just
you.
layers that are easy to put together.
It is. It doesn't take much time at all. I'm going to show you how to do it real quickly. So the first thing that I did was I took an app and took a photo of my daughter and just changed it to a contrast value. And then I printed it using a laser printer because we don't want it to bleed. So just make sure you use toner or laser printer. On tissue paper by using repositional adhesive on regular copy paper. And so once we have the printed out, I've taken a little bit of our textile hardener. It's a universal medium that'll work on anything that's not plastic, basically. So here I'm gonna paint with it. And first thing I'm gonna do is...
And you did the kind of painting job that I like, which is just kind of
Yes, because I wanted to leave some open space. And I want to leave some open space for the magic that we're going to happen in just a few minutes. So I'm just adding a real light, thin coat. And remember, this is tissue paper, so we just have to be careful and then add a little bit on top.
It will. Once you get it wet with that gel medium, it tears.
Exactly. But I have one that's all ready to go.
And I love the way that tissue paper goes semi-transparent so that you can really see it.
Yes, and I don't worry about the edges because we're going to cover up some of the edges when we work with this. So now I want to add some more texture to this because I'm all about the layers, you know. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use, we just cut some stencils. You can just easily cut some stencils.
I was going to say, I have a stencil right here that we cut using our electronic cutter. And of course, you can cut any design you like.
Perfect. So we have this, and I'm just going to place this on the side. I wanted to go over just a little bit, and I created my own modeling paste by using a little bit of sculpture powder along with our textile hardener, and I'm just going to apply this.
For people who don't know a lot about modeling paste, can you just tell us what it is?
It's going to dry stiff, and it's something that you can create texture on your canvases. I can use it with a palette knife to actually paint it on there to create peaks and valleys, or with a stencil, if I place it on the stencil and give a little smush and then a little push.
A smush and a push.
A smush and a push.
I like that.
Then we're going to run it through the stencil. And now the thicker you put it, the heavier it's going to be, or the thinner it's going to be smoothed out. So then when we lift it, you can see that we've got this really...
You get the dimension of it.
Exactly. So we have that.
Want me to take that from you?
Please do.
There you go.
Because again, I have one that is ready to go. So here, I've actually added it, and you can see that as it dried, it starts to crack a little bit, but I even want more crackles. So this is when the fun starts happening.
Wait a second, I thought we were having fun already. I'm already having fun.
That's true. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, and I'm not worrying about mixing it. I am just going to start and pour a little bit onto my, don't be, just be careful. You don't want to just turn it upside down. And I want to mix a little color because I don't want it all just one color.
So you're not actually mixing the color on a palette.
No.
And you're using the same colors that you used in the background, is that right?
Yes.
So kind of like a gold or a yellow and a white.
Yes, it's more like a yellow ochre and an ivory. Then I'm going to use my palette knife.
Okay.
And we're just going to start and blend.
So palette knives come in all sorts of different shapes, and I noticed you're using sort of a large rounded one. Earlier we were using one that had more of a point and a taper.
Yes.
Is there a reason that you're using that shape?
Well, because this is a larger canvas, so I definitely want to be able to cover space, but I like the offset so that I can manipulate it where I want it to go. So I could just continue to add this and move it around.
So you're avoiding the photo, it looks like, and most of the stenciling. So you're just trying to cover the areas that don't have a photo and aren't stenciled.
And then we're going to take, and I'm going to spray.
Oh, wow, this is wet. I'm so nervous.
No, it has to be wet. So I'm just going to random areas spray a couple different colors.
Is this paint? Is this ink? Is it watercolor?
It is a water-soluble ink. And I'm trying to protect the photo again. I don't want to do too much.
I love that you're just using your hand to protect it. You're not even putting down like a mask or anything. It's just you're like, just a little bit of, help here.
Exactly. So see, I've put this water-soluble ink on here. So now, watch what happens. So now when I add a little heat to it, I want to get further away just to kind of start heating it up. I don't want to just blow it all over the place.
Now, could you do this technique with a hair dryer, or do you have to have a heat gun?
You need heat.
So it has to be really directed and hot.
It does. It needs to have a little heat to it. But now as I get closer, now watch. Can you see? Look.
Oh, I see that there are little cracks that are starting. That's really cool.
So the more heat, the more you can see that it starts to crack.
So the reason you're adding the color in is not just for color, but because the cracks are going to be in the other colors. They're kind of white, and so we want to be able to really see that cracking effect.
Correct. Once it's completely dry, then you can take a sponge and water, and then you could just kind of sponge off some of the color where you don't want it. You can continue to add embellishments. So I think you have some flowers there.
I do. I'm super excited. So I have flowers, and I think I just have the same paint that you were using before, and we're keeping everything consistent with the same paint. And these are just paper flowers that you would find anywhere.
Little craft flowers.
And you told me that I couldn't mess this up. I'm a little bit nervous.
You can't really. Just kind of dip it in there and then rub your fingers in it.
Squish it around. Okay, so this looks very white.
Yes.
Did I do this right?
Just, I would take off a little bit, just kind of squish it so that
I see. So it
you
goes
want to make sure that it's definitely in the back.
I was so worried about getting stuff on the back because I thought you weren't supposed to.
No, you want that to act as an adhesive also. So this is your adhesive
so
and
then you
your
just
coloring.
throw it on the canvas.
Sure.
And then if we look at the finished one that you have there, it's beautiful, and your daughter looks fabulous. What a great memory craft. Thank you so much.